Today was my last first day of high school ever.
Here comes the sun, doo doo doo. Here comes the sun, and I say it's alright.
So that was pretty exciting. I went today, and so no more first days of high school. That's kind of weird. But yeah, so today I went the full day, but tomorrow I get to skip first hour, and then hopefully, probably starting next week, I'll get to skip both first and second hour, because technically you're only supposed to get 1 hour, either late arrival or early release, but since I've got issues, um, I can probably get out of second hour, because I just have study halls those hours, so I'm like, why do I need to be there? So anyways, it was kind of boring those first 2 hours, because I'm like, I have nothing to do, but luckily I had, friends in classes, so I was able to talk to them. But I was worried that I was going to be, like, alone, and, like, nobody was going to be there, so yeah, don't have to go until 8:45 tomorrow, so that's pretty cool. Alright, so, I'll just jump into the questions. There weren't that many, considering I've been gone for 2 weeks. So yeah, okay. Caroline, what kind of ice cream is your favorite? Okay. You know, like Olivia was saying, I mean, I still like ice cream, but I'm not as huge of an ice cream enthusiast as I was. I don't know why that is. But, yeah, but I do adore this, stuff. There's, an ice cream made by Blue Bunny called Bunny Tracks. And, it's so good. It's only, well, there's like one specific reason why it's my favorite. Because the fudge that is swirled, it's like, I don't remember what it's all got in it, but there's this fudge stuff that's in it, and it's like swirled in, and it's just, I don't even know how to describe it. Like, you just have to go and like get some and try it for yourself. It's just, oh, it's so good. And like, if they made that, like just the fudge that's in that ice cream, I would eat it. Like, I would just buy it and eat it by itself. Obviously, I am not a healthy person. Jenny, what is your must-have beauty product? Well, to be honest, besides like the basic stuff like shampoo, conditioner, toothbrush, toothpaste, like normal stuff that like everybody uses, I really don't use that much stuff. I mean, like, I love my foundation and my stuff like that for certain times when I need it, but other than that, to be honest, I just don't put much of an effort, especially because usually when I get up, I'm going to school, and I'm like, I don't care. Like, I don't know if that's anybody else's point of view, but I'm like, I really don't care. So, maybe some people say that's a bad point of view to have, but I'm like, I'm conserving my energy, thanks. Yeah. So, but I guess I really enjoy the face wash that I have. It's by Biore, and it's like steam activated face cleanser or something like that. It's pretty cool. And I also really love my body wash, just the scent of it. It's soft soap, juicy pomegranate, and mango, and oh my god, it smells so good. The first time I smelled it, I actually got it as a hand soap and used that, and oh, it smells so good. So I'll stop talking about that now because, oh god. Okay. Stacy, I just wanted to say thanks for explaining the school system to me. I was like really curious about it, and I'm too much of a lazy piece of crap to look it up online. And I'd also like to say thanks for the compliment about my hair. People kept asking me today. They're like, did you dye it again? I'm like, no, it just got lighter. And her question was, what kind of house do you want when you're older? So you guys may laugh at me for this, and you know what? I really don't care. But like, I've planned out what I want my dream house to look like. No shame. I'm not really sure about what the outside of it I want it to look like. I either want it to be, I don't know if you guys know like what type of house this is like, but I want it to be like a stucco kind of house, but not the usual colors of the beige. I saw this house when we were in a different town kind of close by. Where it was actually the city that I used to live in, and there was this gorgeous house that I saw, and it was white stucco. It like if you don't know what I'm talking about, basically what the outside of the house looks like is it looks like somebody took like they painted over it with a sponge, and somebody took a sponge and just like dabbed it everywhere. That's like how the texture looks. But it was the white stucco, and then it had black beans on it. Like I don't know, it just looks so cool, and so maybe I'll model it after that. Otherwise, I would like a really open house, like lots of windows and stuff, but I'm not sure. But then the inside, I want the like the bottom level to just be all open. I want a huge living room and a kitchen that it's so hard to describe. And you know what? I'm not going to go into much detail because I could go on forever. But I guess I will say probably the most important thing to me, and this might be, I don't know, kind of weird or whatever, but I want an awesome bathroom. Um, I want like a big tub and with like super nice jets in it and stuff, and like a big shower, and I have so many plans, but you know, I just have to wait till I get there and get the money to build it because I want to build my own house. I don't want to buy. That might be weird, but I don't care. And I would love, because I want to live out in California, it would be the ultimate if I lived by the beach, like on the beach or by the beach. But that would be really, really expensive, so I don't know if that's going to happen. Anyways, okay, Olivia, I just wanted to say thank you for subbing for me. You did a great job. And also, I just wanted to say that I'm really, really, really sorry about everything that's happening to you. Um, I'm sure there have, I just can't remember them right now. I'm sure there have been times where I've gone through just this like one thing after the other, and it's just, ugh, it's awful. So, I already told you on Facebook and stuff that I'm here for you and that I'm sorry and blah, 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 you know, that kind of stuff. And it still stands, you know, I'm here for you. And I understand losing a pet. I'm kind of going through that right now, but I'll talk about that at the end because, yeah. And her question was, how often do you go to the hairdressers? Not often enough. I've gone like 6 months without getting my hair cut, which is bad. But I get split ends real easy. I need one right now. The last time I got my hair cut was like the weekend before I went out to California. So, yeah, mid-July-ish. But I need one again. And homecoming's coming up, so I could use one. So, yeah, okay. Caroline, I just wanted to say that we did the same thing. I say that a lot. I just wanted to say it. But we did the same thing with her hair. I got mine cut really short when I got sick. See, as you can see, it's down to here. But it was shoulder length. But this, unlike you, where it only took a year for you to get to this point, this is like 3 years now for me to get to this point. And I'm so jealous of you. I wish, like Jenny said, I wish that my hair would grow longer, but I think it's stuck. And that really sucks because I mean, it's pretty long, but I want it longer. Um, and she asked, how bad did Hurricane Irene hit you? Well, I'm from Wisconsin, kind of in the middle of the country, so we got nothing from Irene. I was driving home up north. I don't know. So it didn't hit us. Jenny, what are your pet peeves? I have so many. Most of them have to do with my brother, but for me, a huge one is people who smack their lips when they eat. It is disgusting to me, and my brother does this, and literally sometimes I have to like stop myself from like yelling at him or just like seriously like just getting up and leaving. Like, oh, I can't stand it. It's disgusting. Um, I have so many other ones too. Like you said, I hate when people make me repeat myself. I'm like, and I hate when people like say things over and over and over again. I'm like, you told me already like 5 times, even though I do that sometimes, but that's why I always say if I met someone who was exactly like me, I'd either love them or hate them. So, okay. I'm rambling, and I just want to, blah, blah, blah. I'm glad that Hurricane Irene didn't affect you too bad, and I'm glad you're safe. Okay. So my question for this week is, what medication do you find to be most helpful? For me, I'd say it's a tie. It's a tie between my Zofran for nausea and my beta blocker, because when I don't take that, um, my heart goes insane and it's awful. So I want to know, what medication do you find most helpful? And also, to our viewers, I don't know if you saw the last video that was posted, but make sure, if you would like, to apply to be a sub on Sub Sundays for Team Patsy. Yeah, that's exciting, right? Okay, so I don't have too much to talk about my week, because I don't want to talk about like each individual day. So vacation was, it was meh. It was kind of boring, because there was no internet up there, and I'm the kind of person that has to be doing something all the time. I read 3 books while I was up there, and I don't know, we just like literally we laid around our trailer so much, and I'm like, this is so boring. So I'm glad to be home, to be honest. But I did go tubing, which was fun. I went around the lake about 6 times, 6 or 7. I thought I only went around 4, but then my dad and my brother were like, no, you went around 6. I'm like, oh, okay. And then I also got to talk to my grandma about how she's doing, because I don't know if you guys remember me talking about this, but um, she has fibromyalgia, so we can kind of relate, even though it's not the same thing. We both have, like, fatigue is a big one for both of us. But, you know, obviously she has more pain than I do, and I have more, like, dizziness than she does. So it was really good to talk with her, even though she said she's not doing so well. And then we got back this past Sunday, and then since then I haven't done much. So, eh. But today, like I said, was my first, I always get this screwed up, my last first day of high school. So, yep, I'm a senior. Just some advice for, I was going to tell a story, but I really don't have time to, because this is kind of getting along already. Just a piece of advice for those of you who are younger. Just, just be wary of the upperclassmen. That's all I'm going to say, because, to be honest, we really don't like to be pushed around by the younger kids. It's just not, just steer clear of them, and you should be fine. Of course, unless you're, like, friends with some of them, but, you know, that's just my piece of advice, because I kind of yelled at some sophomore and freshman guys today. It's kind of funny. And then I have one last thing to talk about, and I saved this for last because, you'll probably guess why. So basically, like Olivia was saying about her dog, and I know her dog ended up passing away, but right now I'm going through the same thing. My cat's really not doing that well. She's not eating. She hasn't eaten in, I think it's 4 days now, and she had some bowel issues because of that, but we took her to the vet and we got that fixed, but she's still not eating. So it's really difficult for me, because I don't know if I've ever said this, but she's literally been there for me every single day of my life. Like, she's older than me. She's 20 and I'm 17. So she's been there for me through everything, and like, she was a big part of helping me feel better when I got sick and all that kind of stuff, and I hate it. So, to be honest, I don't think she's going to be around. I would be blown away if she made it through the month of September. I mean, I know that's a whole month, but to be honest, I'm expecting it to be within this next week, because she's not eating. She's drinking, but she's not eating, and she needs to eat, but she's not. So I've been spending a lot of time with her, and yeah. I'll, you know, obviously, if something happens, I know when my dog passed away last year, I was able to make a video, but I wasn't nearly as attached to him as I am to her. So I'm expecting, if she does end up either going or having to be put down, I probably won't be making a video the week that it happens, because it's a lot for me to deal with. I mean, I'm going to still try to go to school because of multiple different reasons. So all of my free time will be devoted to trying to move on and start grieving. Well, start grieving and start moving on. So, um, yeah, it's really really tough. I cried all the way to the vets when we took her yesterday. So, yeah, that's the hard stuff for me right now. Um, and I'm glad I didn't cry. I saved it for last because I thought I was gonna cry, but I didn't. So I'm really happy about that. Um, but Olivia did make me cry because I watched it today and she made me cry. I'm just kidding. I mean, you did make me cry, but I'm not mad at you for it. Okay, this video's going on way too long. So I love you all so much, and I will talk to you next week. Okay.